Dear students, today we will learn more about soil from chapter Soil Erosion and Conservation. In previous class, we learned about formation of soil, weathering agents, components of soil, vermicomposting. Today we learn layers of soil and types of soil. Layers of soil. There are 5 layers of soil: organic layer, topsoil, subsoil, parent material, and bedrock. In some books, you can see 3 layers of soil: topsoil, subsoil, and bedrock. So, what is organic layer? Organic layer is the uppermost layer, and it is a very thin layer. Actually, it is made up of organic materials like humus or dead remains of plants and animals. So, it makes the soil very fertile. Topsoil is the uppermost layer of the soil. Plants grow in this soil. It consists of soil particles, humus, water, air, and minerals. Subsoil is the second layer of the soil, which also consists of soil particles, less amount of humus, minerals, water. The particles of the subsoil are larger than topsoil, and the color also lighter than topsoil. For the presence of humus, topsoil is darker. Parent material, these are the soil minerals produced from rocks by the process of weathering and natural erosion. Nature of the soil, color of the soil depends on the parent materials, that is the rock or minerals present in the soil. In this layer, you can see gravels also, that is the rocks which are smaller in size. Bedrock, it is the last layer, and it is the hardest layer of the soil, which consists of rocks. So, what we have learned, organic layer, it consists of humus or organic matter. In this layer, organic material decomposed. For this, color of the layer is dark. Topsoil consists of soil particles, minerals, organic matter, water, air. Plants grow in this layer. Subsoil, it is the second layer of the soil and consists of sand, silt, clay, a low percentage of organic matter, humus, and also minerals. Parent material are the minerals produced from rock by the process of weathering and natural erosion. It is mainly consists of rock and other broken material. So bedrock, here in this picture you can see the size of the rock is larger, whereas the subsoil particle is smaller than that of the bedrock. Here you can see the colors are also different. So the first one, this layer is the topsoil. This one is the subsoil, and this one is the bedrock. Now the color of the soils of different layer are not same in all places. It changes according to the mineral present in the soil. In some areas, the color of the topsoil is very dark. In some areas, color of the topsoil is lighter. But we have seen that as we go deeper, the color of the soil become lighter. Next, soil types. There are three types of soil: sandy soil, loamy soil, and clay soil. Sandy soil you can see on the sea beach near the bank of the river, where amount of sand in the soil is greater, or percentage of sand in the soil is more than that of the soil particle percentage. And water absorption and water retaining capacity of sandy soil is very low. Amount of air in the soil is higher than that of the clay and loamy soil, whereas the particles of the loamy soil is smaller than sandy soil, and particles of the clay soil is much smaller than the sandy soil. Let us learn more about these types of soil. Sandy soil. Sandy soil does not hold moisture when water is added to it. All nutrients get washed away. This type of soil requires fertilizers regularly for growing crops. Crops like cucumber, bitter gourd, plants like coconut tree, palm tree grow well in this type of soil. Clay soil. Most of the part of the soil is made up of soil particles. For this, it is very sticky. It is rich in nutrients and hold water for longer period of time. So size of the clay soil particles is very fine. For this, it is sticky in nature. For good water holding capacity, crops like rice grow well in this soil. And when moisture evaporates from the soil, cracks can be seen on the surface of the soil. It is also good for making idol, making clay pots. Next, loamy soil. Loamy soil is good mixture of both sandy and clay soil and humus. Crops grow well in this layer. Particles of this layer of soil are smaller than sandy soil. An amount of water and air in this soil is good for growth of plants. That is why it is a fertile layer of the soil. Crops like rice, wheat, maize grow well in this layer of soil. So, what we have learned: sandy soil, clay soil, and loamy soil. If we differentiate, the water holding capacity of clay soil is much more. In loamy soil, there is a good amount of air and water, so it is good for cultivation of crops, also for the presence of humus. In sandy soil, the water holding capacity is least, and for not for the presence of humus, it is not good for the crops grow well. And the grains of the sandy soil is larger than that of the clay soil and loamy soil. Next, in previous class we have discussed about the breaking of down of rocks by different agents like wind, water and temperature change. So here today I am showing you how are plants root also responsible for breaking down of rock. In this picture you can see how does the plant grow by breaking the rock. As it grows larger, the crack on this rock become larger and larger and breaks into tiny particles. Here, breaking down of rocks by ice. As the ice melts, the water flows deeper into the crack. It can be seen in the cold countries. Then the water freezes again. And when water freezes, the volume of it increases. And it gives pressure on the wall of the rocks and further cracking of the rocks. So students, we have completed the syllabus that is given on the given for the chapter soil erosion and conservation, and next day I shall provide you question answer from these 2 pages of the topic that I have taught. For today this much. Thank you.